Hello everyone, Nute here. I just wanted to go over the special mission for Phase 1 of the Geonosis territory battles, requiring Nute Gunray, B1, B2, and Droideka. I was able to complete this mission yesterday. I'm posting this video a little bit late. I was not able to edit the audio in until today after work, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it. Okay, so here we go. I will go over the mods that were used at the end of the video. I chose to use IG100 as my fifth, which seems to be the best strategy. So you can see my B1 and my Droideka are both 6-star, so gear 11. I don't have the max gear on Droideka, but that really did not matter. This was actually a very simple mission. I did end up actually losing the IG-100 in the third phase, or third encounter rather. But it was fairly easy, fairly straightforward. I'm still not even all that familiar with the kits for these characters. I don't use them very often. I did decide that I was going to go after the Clone Sergeant first. The Clone Sergeant has a pretty kind of nasty AoE, and I decided that I would try to take out the AoE guy first. So right here we've got B1 is basically using his special every turn, of course, to generate stacks on his passive ability. For the most part, I am using Nute Gunray's special. Here I decided it would be overkill to target the low health Clone Sergeant, so I decided that I would not use the Droideka's ability there, and I instead used Nute Gunray to finish him off. I was even debating not using that because if it killed him, which it did, it would not spread the extortion, which is something that I actually wanted. But here we're finishing off the other Clone Sergeant. We're going to be finishing off the last characters with the AoEs that are low health. Keeping the protection regen going on all of my characters. And trying to save the cooldowns for when I go into the next encounter. So here we always want to be focusing on the characters that can do the AoE first, and of course you're going to also want to focus on the rezzing clone, the clone medic. Now here Mace Window can do some pretty nasty damage, but really not necessary to be taking Mace Window out first. He's not going to one-shot any of your characters, so you just want to try to focus down on the healer, and then just work on them slowly but surely. I'm gonna go ahead and just let this play out, and I will be back towards the end of the video when it comes time to look over the mods. The strategy for going through this is very simple. You just constantly heal the IG-100 using the B1. Try to take out the AoE characters first, then the highest single target damage. And with that, I'll let this video go ahead and play out the rest of the way, and I'll be back at the end. Okay, so you might have noticed a couple of times in there, I chose to use Nute's second special, Motivate, over using Extortion. The reason that I would do that is because I needed to increase cooldowns because I was afraid that those cooldowns would go off and nuke one of my characters. It may have been better to use the Extortion instead because the Extortion would give them more damage output, but overall, you can see it was pretty easy. Yes, I did lose my IG-100 pretty early on in Phase 3, but even without him, I really wasn't in too much danger for the rest of the battle. So here we're going to go over the mods that I used on these characters. I did swap mods around from some of my arena characters, etc. Just to make my guys more speedy and more tanky. So here for Nute Gunray, I was pretty much aiming 100% for speed. If I could get some potency onto him, that was great, because he does need some potency in order to land the cooldown reduction on his Motivate ability. But other than that, it was really speed, speed, speed. And so here you can see he was at plus 146 speed. He was, you know, slightly damaged and slightly potent. B1 here again, I was aiming for a lot of speed because I wanted him to be able to gain as many stacks of his droid battalion as possible. Other than that, if I could grab offense, then that's what I would. But again, he's only a 6-star, so I couldn't put actual arena mods on him because all my arena mods are 6E, which requires Gear 12, a 7-star. So he was just as fast as I could make him with having only 5 dot mods. 605 offense, not the greatest. Droideka, I just have kind of whatever mods that I had left over. They're really nothing super special. I was aiming for offense and no speed. Did not really get a whole lot of damage out of him. And as is expected, he's only gear 11. I was really hesitant to even throw the Zeta onto him, but that was pretty much required in order to get him over the 16,500 gear threshold. But there you can see he had plus 1300 damage, so really not bad overall. I did not have his gear 11 maxed. He was missing 2 pieces. B2, again, these are kind of leftover mods. While I did have him at 7-star gear 12, I could have put arena mods on him, but really it wasn't that important. So I have him really built for tenacity and potency, with as much protection built into it as I can get. He is not fast. He takes all of his turns from the bonus turns, and there you can see 40% potency, 34% tenacity. IG-100 I built really for mainly survivability with as much speed as I could on top of the survivability. So you can see 2100 protection plus like 6% protection on his arrow, lots of percentage based protection everywhere else, or flat protection if I can find it. So he was pretty tanky and pretty fast on top of that. So, here you can see he's at 88,000 protection, 30,000 health, and the rest of the stats don't really matter. And of course, he, even with that health and protection, he did die. I am missing a lot of gear 12 on him, so the fact that I was able to complete it at all, I was pretty happy. And I was very, very surprised at the ease of which I was able to actually complete that mission. So there you have it. That was the special mission for Phase 1 of the Geonosis territory battles. If you liked the video, please hit me up with a like or subscribe. There will be more videos to follow. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I hope to see you again later.